And today we're talking about sex, dating, and relationships. And I wanted to talk about not just sex, but also pleasure in your entire life. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give you guys 2 principles that I live by, that I help my clients with, and that they live by. And it's worked really well. And I want to share these principles with you. And I'm just going to take a little time to get to know you guys, and for you to get to know me, and to hear these principles out. And these principles, if you take heed to them, this will give you pleasure not only with sex, not only with dating, relationships, but anything that you're doing in your life. And these principles have helped out a lot of people that I've dealt with. So this is I'm so excited to be here to share this with you. So the first principle is you have to be honest with yourself. Sounds pretty simple, right? Honest with yourself. But some people are like, what the hell is that? He's looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Honestly. So he's like, what's that? So basically, being honest with yourself is talking about you really sitting with yourself and saying, what do I really want to do? Forget about what I think I should be doing. Forget about what my brother said I should be doing, what my mama said I should be doing. What do I actually want to do with my life? So that's being honest with yourself. And then once you're honest with yourself and know what you want to do, you have to act on that honesty. So for example, and I want to talk to my fellas tonight, because I want to talk to the ladies too, but I got to really talk to the fellas, because I get a lot of emails from guys and they say, hey Mr. Locario, I want to learn how to have sex with lots of women every day, right? And they say this to other people, and people say, you're wrong for that. That's not right. You shouldn't do that. And there's a lot of guys who want to do, they want to date a lot of women, they want to have sex with a lot of women, but they don't know how to act on it. And the reason that a lot of guys don't want to act on it is because they feel shame about acting on it. And they feel that shame from society, from their friends, from their families. And I always say act on it, be safe, but also feel like you want to do it and feel comfortable doing that. You understand? And even ladies out here, I know y'all ladies, sometimes y'all want to get down, right? I see a guy, you just want to do him. Honestly, hold on real quick. Raise your hands. And ladies, be honest. I need to see your hands. How many ladies in here want to do me right now? Let me see your hands. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Keep them up, keep them up. And I know a lot of you ladies are with your man, so if you're with your man, just give me that wink. So I'm just checking for the wink. Alright, so, and that's the thing. A lot of times, also, you ladies, you want to express yourself sexually, and the world, they're like, you're a slut, you're a whore, there's something wrong with you, you have issues, you probably have daddy issues, this is why you want to have sex with all these guys and all this stuff. And you hear stuff like this. But if that's what you honestly want to do, it's okay for you to do that. So the first principle is being honest with yourself. Now the second principle is being honest with other people. Okay, so the first principle will be being honest with yourself. Second principle is being honest with other people. So for example, that guy who wants to have sex with a whole bunch of girls, if he sees a girl, he's dating a girl, he's talking to a girl, he needs to let her know, like, hey listen, you cool, but look, I'm just trying to hook up right now. So I just want you to know this. You understand? Because a lot of times, ladies don't get mad that you want to go out and do your thing. They just get mad when you say, hey baby, listen, you're the only one, and then they feel deceived when you're like, get out of here, I'm good, I already hit that, don't call me again. You understand? So it's not about, you feeling scared to do that. And the reason why you have to be honest with yourself and be honest with other people is because now everyone is on the same page. You understand? And when you do that, you feel more pleasure in your life, because you start to attract people who want the same things that you do. You understand? And the thing is, you have to be honest with yourself and also be honest with other people. You have to do both of them. You can't just do one or the other, because you can't be honest with yourself and then not be honest with other people. And you can't be honest with other people if you don't be honest with yourself first, because you don't really know where you're going. You don't really know honestly what you want. And raise your hands again real quick. How many people in here have been cheated on? Damn, what's going on? That's a lot of people. you something I've never told publicly before because I was kind of nervous of how people would look at me. But my ex-girlfriend, what I was doing was I was being honest with myself, but I wasn't being honest with her. So when I was with my ex-girlfriend, we were in a monogamous relationship, and what happened was I cheated on her 17 times. 17 times. She's like, that's awesome. And the thing was, I said, hey, look, I want you, and I liked her, I loved her, but I also loved, at this point, to be with other women too, but I didn't tell her that. He's loving it. So, what happened was, I was getting the pleasure of having sex with other women, but what happened is I would walk down the street and I'd be feeling nervous because I'm with this other girl and I don't want people to see me in the street with this other girl that knew my girlfriend, and so I still didn't feel all the way comfortable. And I remember one time I was walking with my girlfriend and I said, oh baby, you remember that restaurant we went to? They got that good steak, and she's like, I ain't never been there. And I was like, oh my bad. That was my cousin. Yeah, remember my cousin? She kind of looked like you. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm white. How did your cousin look like you? Right? So now I'm not feeling. I'm getting this pleasure, but I'm not really feeling the pleasure. Right? So now, when me and my girlfriend weren't together anymore, we broke up. And then the next girl, they're saying, oh, that's so sad. But we broke up. And then the next girl, I said, the next girl I'm with, I'm going to be honest with myself and also be honest with her. So the next girl that I was with, that we were basically coming together and I had a good time with her and we started dating, and she wanted me to be her man. And I said, listen, that's cool, but I have to tell you something. Right now, I want to be with you, but you got to understand I still might want to see another girl here and there. And she said she was okay with that. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is great. I had the jackpot. Right? So now, 2 months goes by and it's over, right? But this is the thing that happened. Now, 7 years later, me and her are still together, and now she's my fiance. Right? And I had all this pleasure all these years doing what I wanted to actually do and being myself and not feeling scared and not feeling the tension and the pressure, because I was honest with myself and I was honest with other people. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important. The thing though is, people fear being honest with themselves because they're scared that other people are not going to accept them for who they are. You understand? I was talking to a friend about this, and he was saying, well, what if I want to get a job and, the employer asks me, what do you think about, dealing with kids? And what if I say I don't like kids, but I want the job? And I'm saying, if you were honest with yourself, you wouldn't be at that interview because you know that you don't even want to deal with that situation. So you have to be honest with yourself, and then you're going to attract what you want. You're going to be in those situations that you want. And I'm not saying any of this is easy. I've had girls who I said, hey, listen, I want to date other women. They're like, nah, not with me. So that happens also. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you got to realize that in order for you to feel pleasure in your life, in order for you to get what you want, in order for you to really experience this life, this one life that you have, you really have to be honest with yourself and honest with other people. It makes everything work out for everybody else. It makes you a more genuinely happy person when you're doing these things, gives you more pleasure, gives you more of what you want, and you're going to get more of what you want. Alright, so I'm Mr. Locario. I want to thank you guys